How can people clarify their personal professional vision when they feel lost or uncertain, Alan?
I was quite inspired on this subject by a couple that I learned about in the Midlands in England, and they're a middle-aged couple, and their children had grown up, and they actually took in teenage orphan children or children in need of protection, been taken away from their parents, and they actually fostered 200 of these children, and they found their purpose almost by accident. They just walked into it. Their family had grown up, and they found that they liked to help these teenagers. They didn't take young children; they just took teenagers. And sometimes this can be a very difficult age to adopt children at, but they did this for 200 young people, which is amazing. And I think when you look at the value that adds to society, it's just incredible. And that was something which became their purpose, but it wasn't in their earlier years their purpose. So I think that circumstances can give you opportunities to find your vision, find your purpose, and certainly I'd say that's applied to me as well. I thought I'd fulfilled all the things that I wanted to do, but now I find I'm trying to achieve a vision. So as your life changes, so you see opportunities to do things. And this couple I admire tremendously for taking on like 200 teenage children and successfully fostering them. It was amazing.
Okay. And finally, Farzan, how do you help people clarify their vision? I'm sorry. So what is the secret?
So
I'm
the
losing my.
secret is, yeah, the secret is looking at the signs on the road, because it tells us. You know, when you ask somebody what you want, they have to just think about it, and sometimes it's not clear to them, so we feel lost. But if you ask them what you don't want, they can tell you what they don't want. So the trick is, we all have those repetitive patterns in our life. And it repeats and repeats and repeats. And those are the signs, the road signs. We can use them to find the direction of where we want to go. Because when we are a child, what happens is that we know what makes us happy. And then we feel it in our heart. And the programming stage comes. We are bombarded with other people's values, the news, the society, the things that our parents impose on us, the beliefs, whatever. It comes as layers by layers by layers. And we are behind those layers. So we feel lost. We don't know where to go. So we had it in the childhood. So if we be able to go back to our childhood and find what would make us happy at that time, that is the clue. And even that is not easy for people, because there's something called heart wall. Heart wall is that when we just start the school, what happens is that before that, everything is fine. I'm taken care of by my parents and caregivers, and everything is fine. And then I go to school. I have to sit straight. I have to listen to the teacher, and I have to just behave the way that I'm not comfortable with. And I have to do the homework, and I feel betrayed by my mom. I say that, why my mom sent me in here? I was feeling great. And then all of a sudden I have to do those things. So we build a guard. We build a guard around our heart that limits our connection. Why? Because we feel that we have to protect ourselves. Life is not friendly anymore as it was before. It is hostile, so I have to protect myself. So we protect ourselves with building a heart around our, building a wall around our heart. And it's like a bomb shelter. So imagine that there is a country under attack and people go to the shelter and they lose their communication with outside world. Now the war is finished for a few years, but I'm still living in that bomb shelter. That is the same feeling when we have a heart wall. And based on the research that Dr. Bradley Nelson has done, more than 93% of people have that heart wall. So we are all living in that shelter. We are not communicating with each other clearly because we are all afraid of each other. We all believe that life is hostile, so we have to protect myself, that reptilian brain that I was talking about, which is about survival. But at the same time, we know in our heart that we want to thrive. So the first step is to dismantle that heart wall. And then when we dismantle it, that I do it for people. So what happens is that they see the vision. They see it clearly, what they want, what they expect from life. And then they can start moving towards it. So what causes people to not be able to have a clear vision is that energetic block that they have most of the time. But at the same time, if we look at the signs that life gives us, it gives us the clue which direction we have to move. If it's a danger sign on the road which says sharp bend, slow down, I know that I have to slow down, otherwise I'm gonna be dropped into the valley or the ditch or something like that. So I have to be careful. So it gives me the clue. Instead of going and fighting with that sign, I appreciate it. So when I have a pain in my body, that is like that road sign, which is directing me to the right direction. So instead of just pushing it back and hating that tumor that I have or whatever, I just take it as something that is guiding me towards a better direction in my life. So that way, if I be aware of those signs, eventually I'm on the right track. And sometimes it comes with something that we don't expect. We hit the ground, we fall down, free fall, down to the ground, and then we wake up. And then we see our vision.